Hello and welcome to the PeopleSoft Development Showcase. I'm your host, Bennett Walker. We're spending some time today looking at related content framework event mapping, one of my favorite tools that has come out about a decade ago. I've been using it for a decade and I love it. So let's dive in. With that, we're ready for takeoff. Let's go. Here we go. Let's jump in with our first event mapping in the related content framework. So we're going to use a pretty quick and simple example just to show how we get this set up. And then we can talk in another video about all the cool things that we can do. And I'll walk you through a really pertinent example of user profile audits without having to customize anything. So without further ado, we'll jump in. I'm going to use that same distributed user profile that I've used in other scenarios that we've walked through. And what I'm going to go ahead and do is to create the event mapping. It's a little bit different, but what we're going to do is we're going to actually go in. We're going to create the app package in the backend. So you need to be a developer. We're going to write a little bit of code, and then we're going to go ahead, create that, and apply it. So the first thing is I keep this little bit of cheat code here. We're going to go ahead and create an app package, create a brand new one. Let's go ahead and insert an application class in there. We're going to call this warning message. Should be good. We're going to go ahead and save this as CU event mapping. You can name it whatever, of course, you want, and we'll paste this in here. You'll note it automatically creates the class name. And in here, I'm just going to do something very simple, which is to have a message box that says a warning so that we know when there's something going on. Warning, user profiles are audited. All right, something simple. All right, so now that we've created this little bit of code, let's go ahead and apply it. So over in the front end, we're going to jump down to the portal utilities. So in People Tools, Portal, we're going to go to the related content services. We're going to define a related content service. So first thing, we have to define it, and then we can apply it somewhere. So to define that, we'll go ahead and create one called CU warning message. Nice and simple. Warning message, and it is an application class. So we'll pull up the package here, CU event mapping. We are in the root in this case, which I don't completely recommend, but since I'm doing a quick demo, that's all right. And a warning message. We'll talk in another video about what's really cool with you can use these parameters and pass those through. But in this case, we're not doing that. So we're going to go ahead and just save it as is. Now that we've created that, we now need to apply it somewhere. So to do that, we're going to go into People Tools, Portal, event mapping configuration. We're going to take one of these event mapping configurations that we've already had set up. This is distributed user profiles, which I mentioned that I'd been in before. Let's go ahead and add that warning message to the distributed user profile. Nice and simple. We're going to put it right. We'll go ahead and put it on post build. And here we do CU warning message, and it pulls it right up. So let's do it after the processing. Again, we'll talk through all these options in another video, but in this case, nice and simple. It is now enabled. So then when we load that page, notice no page and data integrity errors. When we load that page, we will get that message. So now the huge advantage here is that if we turn this off, we can just disable it and allow somebody to work in here and not get that data integrity error as they come and go. So huge advantage to this tool. There's a lot that can be done. I really love doing this for what we consider to be hard edits that stop people from doing anything, hard blocks. But sometimes the users are going to need to get around it. Here you can disable it, let them do that one transaction, and then turn it back on again. And the next time it's all done. So with that in mind, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in the next video.